Hello everybody, it's Wednesday evening and that means that we have another Nil Talk Live e-workshop in store for you. And tonight I have a very special guest all the way from the southern part of Germany, our national trainer and distributor for Germany, Bianca Freigang, and she's going to take us into sentimental, nostalgic and romantic autumnal art, perfect for these a little bit rainy, misty days. I also have the winners of 2 weeks ago for you, and those are of course the winners of Jessica's challenge about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. So are you curious whether or not you won? Then you have to hang on a little bit longer. I also have a nice video, a throwback to our visit to France, not last weekend but the weekend before, where Gillian, Jessica, Luelle, Jaap and I joined our distributor Sabine and her whole team to enjoy a couple of days of a magnetic in France. And of course, I already talked about the broken car. Well, that is all now a thing of the past, and tonight we will show you not one but 2 movies about that visit. So, we have a lot of things to do, a lot of ground to cover. Let's get started. And my guest this evening is Germany's national trainer. What is a national trainer? That is the person responsible for training all of the trainers that speak the German language, excluding Switzerland. Because let's be honest, Swiss German is not the same as German German. At least I learned during the taping of different international shows with both Bianca Freigang, my guest of this evening, and also Beatrice, who is in the comments, because as we speak, there is a trainer training at the head office headquarters in the Netherlands, and they are working on extreme nails just behind me. They are also working together with Katarina in the office doing nail art. We really enjoyed a wonderful dinner made by Susie. And Bianca, welcome. This is the first time that we work together, and you're not here alone. You brought your whole team with you.
Yeah, hello, good evening to all the viewers. I'm happy to be here and to show you my vibrant autumn designs, and thanks, Pepin, for inviting me for this evening. I have all my trainers with me, and they are behind the scenes watching what we are doing today, and they will translate for you. You can ask everything you want, and they will answer you and translate it for you. I hope you are excited what I have brought with me for you and what I will show you today.
Yeah, and of course you can also ask your questions to me if you're not German, because then I will pass it for you to Bianca. Natalia says we are just next door, and also Joanna from Ireland says we are just in the other classroom. And says, Bianca, you are beautiful. Well, you are absolutely beautiful. You're also the distributor for Germany, and you are here with your team of trainers, but I think you're always looking for more trainers and expanding the business.
Yes, of course. I would like to grow the team, so if you are interested, you can contact me, or you can contact Pepin also. That's no problem, that he will forward the email to me or the message. Yeah, would be great to have a bigger team, and if you are interested, then please join.
Yeah, Natalia said, Bianca, we love you. You've worked together with Natalia, of course, a lot. Elvira, a member of our competition team, says, hello, Bianca, how are you? Hello, dear everybody, says Cerisa. Evelyn Reder says, hi from backstage. Yeah, well, okay. Hello, Bianca. So, Bianca, what do you have in store for us tonight?
Yeah, as you told, we have a bit romantic, more soft autumn colors now, like in nature. The colors are, this is all bright and colorful, but now they're getting slowly softer because we slowly go into the winter. And I have, maybe I give you a little preview for the first design. We catch up the colorful
Beautiful. I
first.
love the softness and the kind of milk bath background.
Yeah, that was the idea. So you have also like a looking through, or like it's Tiffany style, I guess. Look, and I also look the look of the background. I love it because it's not only white and it's not only one color, it's more interesting. And I love to work, those who know me, I love to play with matte and shiny parts. So you have more interesting things for your customers, and it's still salon work. So you can make it really easy and efficient in the salon.
Yeah, and I think that is really important nowadays. Of course, we all love nail art, but to be efficient in the nail studio enables you and all of the nail technicians to have more turnover, a better turnover, so that you can really live from the work that you do in your studio, which is really important. Well, Magda says that you are, if anybody wants to make a promo video, they have to hire you.
Oh, thank you, Magda.
Yeah, and Magda says she is a great photographer to Marja. Monica is here from Sweden. Hello, Monica. I also saw, of course, Magnetic Yerevan, Armenian. I believe I also saw Emma, Henriette. Such a beautiful design we'll see tonight. Well, thank you, Henriette. Nice that you're also joining us. Well, I think we need to get into that first design. So, that background. I feel that that really makes this design. But what is it?
Of course, I have prepared it, and I will explain you all the steps. You start, when your client is coming to the salon, you can build up in the nail the background. So I put the blush flat white. You can choose, you can make it with ivory also, or with the cozy, depends on what your clients wish. One thin layer, then cure this. In this wet layer, so in the sticky layer, I put some of the colored gold foil. Maybe you know the boxes with the 12 colors. Yeah. Yes, one of them. Only in the inhibition layer. Stick it 10 seconds, curing, only freezing for 10 seconds. And then you go over and make the build-up of the nail, the sculpting of the nail with the same blush. So that's what I did before. If you have to file or buff, then do this. If you use the non-filing technique and everything is perfect, then go over, please, with the extreme matte top coat. I already did this because we will work with the aqua colors.
Okay, so just so that I understand, so you're using the blush flat white?
Yes.
Yeah, if you do not have the blush flat white, make sure that you do your homework, because in the price you can win the blush flat white. I love flat white and I love the blush. So you always end, even if you file the nail surface, because I cannot do non-filing. In my case, non-filing means horrible nails. So I need to file. But then you also use extreme matte because you're going to use aqua colors, or can you use it also on a buffed nail?
You can use it on a buffed nail if you want to paint with it. But when you, in this design, I want it to run from itself. So I need the extreme matte top coat, and you have to cure it. And then also you have to go over with prep and wipe, and really wipe it well. The more you wipe, the more it will flow from itself.
Ah, a very good tip. So extreme matte top gel that does not have a sticky layer after curing, but still we have to clean it with prep and wipe so that the aqua colors runs. And aqua colors, we didn't do a lot of aqua colors in the Nail Talk Live international shows. It's alcohol-based inks, I think is the best description.
Yeah, would agree, totally. And that was why I decided to use the aqua colors, because I know you have seen a lot of autumn designs and Halloween designs yet, but I wanted to make something special for you and all of you that have the aqua colors. I know some of you say, oh, I don't know what to do with it, and that's why I choose for the aqua colors today.
It's also because when you buy a bottle of aqua colors, it will last you for years and years and years, and sometimes we forget we have it. The nice thing of aqua colors is that it becomes like a water paint effect.
Yes. Yeah. This is what we will work in the second design, but in the first design we will use it the easy way, the more easy way, but with a little specific trick. That's the first step. I will use also some stencils, some mask from the air nails, because I don't want to run the aqua colors over the whole surface. I only want to pick out some pieces where I will put the aqua colors. But this is what I will show you.
And of course, before, a big warning. If you get aqua colors over your clothing, your skin, or your client, they will have that color for several days because you cannot really wash it. So always be careful when you work with aqua colors that you don't slip it or tip it over in your nail studio. So be careful. And yeah, an air nail stencil to protect. Well, I'm going to hang over the desk to see what you're going to show us.
Yeah, I will start immediately. I just want to add, always wear also gloves, even if you are trying designs without clients, because if you have the color on your skin, you will also have it for days. The stencil, the masks I'm using are these ones, the step French. And here you have two different types. You have one with the bigger parts. This is what I used, and with the smaller parts, in this case, I didn't use, but you can use it also. But you have to cut it so that you have the big pieces. So I took away the little string, the little line, and I need this one for my idea. I put it on a paper palette on the shiny side so I can remove it and reuse it all the time. Then I take my tip. I will do it the other way around so you can see it better. I want to have the French, a half French, let's say, and I will put the stencils there where I don't want to have the aqua colors.
Yeah, and this is really making it easier because you don't have to focus on whether it's perfectly placed in the center, because you decide that for yourself. Well, I think that's the best tip of this evening already. Because I tried to stick on the French maskings on the nails, and it was a difficulty in itself.
Okay. I said I will do a half French.
Yeah.
If you want to use the whole space, you can do it. But to keep my aqua colors only in this half, I also have to protect the other side, and I only do it like this. It's going really quick.
So it's a very small part of the nail that you're going to decorate.
Yeah.
Okay.
The viewers can choose, and you can play with it. You can make all fingers different for your client if she prefer. You can choose. What I experienced with the extreme matte, when I do this and it take a little time before I can took my aqua colors, oh, there is a little air bubble, maybe you see it. I just, with my nail, push the mask on it so nothing can run under it. If it will happen, it's not that bad. I will show you later how you can fix that if it happens. What I experienced, please go over with the prep and wipe, and wipe it again. Wipe. So that the colors really can run.
Okay.
Then take your aqua colors. I decided to use the yellow, the purple, the green, and the black one. But the black really sparely.
Okay, so 4 colors in that small little corner.
Yeah, because they will run into each other and they will pull away each other, and then they will mix. And my black is a bit...
Yeah, because I was wondering, what were you doing? But you're opening the... That is why you have to close it very well.
Yeah. I always start with the lightest color. You have to take really a little amount and just touch for a second, and then it can run a bit. Maybe the yellow you cannot see that much.
Oh, yes, I can see it.
Then I will go over to the green. If your mask is moving, just reattach it. As I told you before, I will give you a trick if something runs underneath.
And why are you building from light to dark?
Because the darker colors will push away the lighter color, and then they mix. And then I have, because the purple, I don't want the purple like a really bright purple. So it's already mixing together, and I get some brownish Bordeaux purple, and that's the color that I like. And then I can, even if I say, okay, it's too dark now, I can go over with yellow again, and then it will be more bright, more lighter. That's what I think.
So for the effect, we build it from light to dark.
Yes.
Okay, this was the green.
This was green. Now I go over to purple. Takes a couple of seconds because I really want to, stripe the ink,
The
aqua
excess,
colors from
yeah.
the.
So
bottle.
you're using a relatively dry brush
Yeah.
with aqua colors.
And with black, you take your time and just a little bit touching here and there. And then back to yellow. And now I'm taking a bit more.
Gillian is asking whether or not it would be smart to use, instead of the brush from the bottle, perhaps a detailer brush to give you more control. But I think that this is really what you're doing now is really important to do with the brush from the bottle.
Yes. Because the brush from the bottle is not that pointed, and I have more contact with the surface, and then more is happening.
But how is it possible that it now all blends out?
As I said, the aqua colors, or as you said, this is alcohol in it. In pigments solved in alcohol, and the alcohol will reactivate the color, and then they run into each other, and that's why it's reactivating the color.
So are you then also using a little bit more of the yellow now?
Yes.
A little
Yes,
bit wetter?
a little bit. Not too much, because then you have it all over the nail. Just a little bit more than before. And then you can play as long as you want till you have the result you are happy with.
Yeah, because I really liked it before with the dots,
Yeah.
spots, but now it's like almost like a gouache.
Yeah, now it's looking more like the leaves on the tree. They are colored in more colors and fading into each other, and that's the idea behind that.
Okay, cool. And then?
Now we let it dry, and in the meantime, we will prepare our table to stamp over this part.
Okay, and you prepare the table like, are you going to stamp with nail polish or with gel?
With nail polish.
Okay, okay, so you have to be fast.
Yep.
We learned last week. Do you want me to zoom out a little bit so that we can see how you prepare your table? That was a closed bottle of aqua colors.
No, it's the stamping.
Oh,
polish.
it's the stamping nail polish.
Because my-
just for a second I thought no, but no.
With my aqua colors, nothing can happen, because I have them in a file box and with the sticky thingies.
Yeah?
So they are always safe on my table. I use them from there,
Yeah?
so nothing can happen.
That is really a good idea. The second best tip of this evening. So we're on a roll. If we just go to top shot, Gillian, then I can see how far I have to go the wrong direction. Of course, but now I go the correct direction. I think, this is about it. Oh, it continues. I don't know what's happening.
on and
Okay. I'm sorry for this inconvenience. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
When you work with the polish, you really have to be quick, and you have to prepare everything you need up front. So I have my lots of leaf stamping plate, and this is the pattern I will use now. I have my brush wipe underneath for the residue. I have my card. I have my polish. I opened it and put it next to it. I have my clear stamper and cleaned it up front with the lint roll, so there's no dust or anything else on it. I check again my tip. Is everything where I need it? Yes. Then we can start, because you have to work really quick.
But where are you going to stamp?
On the colored pattern.
Okay, and it's dried enough now?
It's dried enough.
Okay.
It needs just 30 seconds, a minute, and then it's okay.
Okay, okay, of course, and it doesn't need to go in the light because it's air drying. So this is indeed very efficient. Okay, so, and Magda says, Bianca is full of good ideas, and somebody with a name that I cannot read says, you just gave me a brilliant idea, thank you.
You're
Well,
welcome.
That's always nice to hear.
That's why we do this.
Yes.
So, enough polish for the whole pattern. Soft wiping, soft picking up, and go over. That's the magic.
Yeah, now, well, That's cool.
So clean it immediately, clean your table, close everything so nothing will happen when it fell down. And also, I do it immediately, clean your plate, then everything is ready for the next step. We will remove, maybe you will, yes, thank you.
Yes, I'm coming. Yeah.
We will remove the annals masks. And as you see, there's something went wrong. A little bit of the aqua colors go under the
masking.
masks.
Yeah.
No problem. We have the nail polish corrector pen. If it's dry, I pump my prep and wipe and put the tip into
the prep and wipe.
and then I can erase what was under this mask.
I have another good question of Gil. If you need to fix it and you see it when you remove the first part of the masking, isn't it better to leave the second part of the masking when you fix it so that you don't touch it?
I would say it depends how much you see. Maybe you see there's also something under the second one. Then it's better to remove this and, correct in only one step. But yeah, you're right, it's also possible. The thing that can happen when you go with the corrector pen to the next mask, maybe it will run a bit along the mask. And then you have a shadow after taking off.
Yeah, of course, because the alcohol pen or the nail polish remover pen also contains alcohol, and when that gets in contact with the aqua colors, it starts to reactivate that again. And if the masking is there, it can pull up the masking. So yeah, I understand the question though. Perhaps to in first instance try it with the masking there. Okay, so now we have a corner and it's all decorated.
We're almost done. I like to give it a little frame, so I choose for the Jessica mix black, or you can mix the Liner Gilt black with Cherisa Sweeties black licorice, one by one. Then you have the same effect. I took my Jessica's choice, load it, and I will follow the lines the maskings gave me. This is easy because I have something I can orientate me. One.
Very nice thin lines, and we learned how to do that, so cool. So you frame the design.
Yeah. 2. And this has to go to the lamp 1.5 minutes.
Well, love it already. I love it. Oh, Naomi also says, looks really nice already. And Natasha from Switzerland says, hi, everyone. Lian says also, hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, Lian. Love the effect. Magda says, wow, my favorite. And Aletta loves the stamping plate. It's one of her favorites. So, yeah. It's already a lot of fun. Well, while it is curing, let's go to the homework of Bianca for these coming 2 weeks. The homework assignment is create 2 sets, that means 4 to 5 tips in each set, with at least 2 tips per set inspired by the designs in this show. So, this can be done on a client, this can be done on color pops, this can be done on display tips, but 2 sets of 4 to 5 tips, of which 2 are done in the designs, similar to the designs that Bianca shows us now and the design later. Well, if you do this, of course, you have 2 weeks to complete your homework. That means that the deadline is set on the 6th of November. And that's a very special evening because then we're going to introduce the new products that we will launch that weekend. Upload your homework using the link that you can find in the album called Autumn Design. So you go to the top of the Facebook group, there you find the albums, you hit that and then you go to Autumn Designs. Of course you will receive feedback from Jessica and she will help you if help is needed. And please upload step-by-step photos and one end result photo so that we can check whether or not you made the homework and what your end result is. Of course, If you do all of this and it's approved by Bianca and Jessica, you will receive your e-certificate of this wonderful e-workshop in the mail, but you also have a chance to win an amazing prize. And this week, this is the prize decided on by Bianca. It's blush flat white, the flat white that Bianca is using, 5 of the 7 aqua colors, the box gold foil, the stamping plate lots of leaves, and the detailer number 3. The detailer number 3. And I think if you know anybody that works with magnetic, the detailer number 3 is the brush that everybody wants to have. And also Jessica's choice, and also Katarina's choice, but the detailer number 3 is super multifunctional. So, all of that, and you have a chance to win this amazing prize. What else we will do in the month of October, we will do just after we go back to Bianca.
Yeah, it's fully cured, and now you have the choice. You can cover it completely with a Supreme Finish, or you can go over with extreme matte top gel if you want a matte design. But if you want this, I would recommend you to do first a layer of base and top, because the extreme matte top gel can solve the stamping, and then it's blurry, and this is not what we want. So then you have to do first base and top, and in the second row you can do the extreme matte. Or you can do it like I will do it. I will only make the part that we colored and stamped in shiny. The rest we already did with the extreme matte, so I only have to cover this part, and I will use Supreme Finish because it has an UV filter, so our aqua colors will stay bright for a long time.
And then you don't need to have the extra layer of base and top?
Yes.
Okay, that's only with the extreme matte.
So first I will follow my line, my black line I did before. I choose the mix on purpose, because if you now miss a bit of this black line, it will shine because the mix is shiny itself.
Can you go to the center, please?
Oh, of course.
Yes, thank you. Then we can see.
I follow the line, so I have my frame. I pick a bit bigger drop and then fill up the pattern.
It also seems that the colors of the aqua colors become a little bit softer even. It's more brownish, soft.
Yeah. And I like to do this part shiny, because then the stamp, you can looking more through the stamp.
Yeah. It also makes it brighter.
Yeah.
And the black becomes intenser.
Yeah.
And can you remember the days, Bianca, that we had to do this hand-painted?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Then this design would have taken 1 hour. Very cool.
So, and then we
Nice.
have to cure again, of course.
I like the combination of the matte milky look, or the flat white look, the matte look, and then the shiny look. And of course you can play around with how you position the various elements of your designs. I see that Lilia from Iceland is also joining us, and people say that they miss her, and of course I also miss you. You should have been here, but next time perhaps. And Natasha from Switzerland is here. Of course, I already said that. Agnes is here. Hello, Agnes. Magnetic Yerevan is busy translating, and also your team is busy translating in the back. And Evelyn is saying the Hausübung. Yes, I cannot say what she's saying, but it looks very nice, so thank you for that. And it's really beautiful, says Theresa, and also Lian. It's really lovely. I also have to agree that it's really, really lovely. And of course, normally you would cure the Supreme Finish for 1.5 minutes, but because of the show, we can go a little bit faster. And let's see the design.
I have put you together all the designs.
Very nice.
So you can see here in the left one, I have the part.
I like it matte also.
Yeah, I prefer the shiny one.
Yeah, but
yeah, it depends.
Yeah, well, I like the combination of a little bit of shiny and a little bit of matte, and then shiny and then matte.
Yeah, could be a
Cool.
set.
Yeah. An expensive set, though.
Yeah, time
Yeah.
is money.
Time is money. Beautiful. I think we need to do our first screenshot, just because we're here and we can. So position it like you want it. Will you join me?
I can.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Screenshot. I love it. Love it. I don't know which one is my favorite. I think the left one.
The mat?
Yeah, but because of the lines. Of course, I like lines. I'm a man. I like lines. Yeah. Or points. Of course, you have another design. People say, it's love it, so beautiful. Wow, beautiful. Noemi from Italy also joined us, so that's really nice that all of your colleagues are also here. Naomi O'Connor, that's just beautiful, pretty. Vesela says, wunderschön. So nice. Etty says, Agnes says, sehr schön, Bianca. Well, your German is better than my German, Agnes, thank you. And Nadia from Denmark, Bianca forgot to sing. Yeah, but I sing for Bianca.
Maybe in the second part.
Yeah, then we go all the way. We go all the way. In the month of October, we have one more e-workshop for you waiting to happen. And of course, that's next week. Jessica will join me, and we will go all the way also, just throwing all the designs together, all the techniques together in her party boot camp finale. And I will bring my monocle so that I can really see what she's doing. And I'm sure that's going to be a fun-filled evening. And if you did all your homework, I also know for sure that you're able to do everything Jessica will show us next week. And then the month of November already is coming and approaching on us. But I will tell you what you can expect in the month of November the next week. But the first Wednesday of November, we will talk about the new products that we're launching during the Niltalk Live event here in the Netherlands, but also at our distributors throughout the world, launching the new products, offering discounts. And I'm really excited to see the commercial of our new commercial that we did last Friday. I told you about that last Wednesday, that we were planning that. Well, it was like doing a birth. We came home at around 12 o'clock at night. I was drenched in sweat because of running and doing. And I didn't see the footage yet. I never want to see the footage until Gillian tells me, Pepijn, no more Mandy. Pepijn, you can have a look. And then I know, I can have a look. And then I go to his office, and then I am there. And so next week, I promise you next week, we will have something. The month of October is, of course, the nail art month. That means that we have our nail art products for you available with a 20% discount, the stamping place, like lots of leaves, Cerisa Sweeties, the metallic gels, etc., etc., etc. So go and check out what is all on offer. Well, 1.5 weeks ago, we went to France. And I was joined, or we went with the whole team. I went together with Jaap from Zeeland, which is on that side of Holland. And Gillian was here, and Jessica came to Gillian, and then Gillian went to Luelle, and then he went to Paris, and I went to Paris. And we had a broken car, but they arrived, and we had a lot of fun. So Luelle made a wonderful Insta movie about this, a reel, that's called, an Insta movie, a reel, Pepijn. You have to speak Insta language. And I asked her to do this also in English for all of you. Later on, Gillian's version of the behind-the-scenes show, the event. But first, Luelle.
Last weekend I was in France for my first international training. Gillian and Jessica picked me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Here we have a short stop for some coffee. We arrived at Sabine's nail shop. Sabine has a beautiful store. Here we are, all preparing for tomorrow. First, I introduce myself to these nice people and straight off to the training. Today I show several techniques. The no filing technique, shape-it application, and lastly, the marble design. Dinner time, day 2. Today I worked with Virginie and we had a nail art party. We made a lot of minimalistic nail art designs. It was an amazing weekend. Time to go home. See you next time.
Yeah, I really like that Luella did this for me because I asked her, can you do perhaps an English voiceover? And it was the first time that Luella went with us to an international event. And I really enjoyed working together with her. I really had a ball and lots of laughing. And we really had a great brainstorm session with Jaap and Gillian and myself. A nice discussion with Sabine and the trainer. It was just a wonderful event. And I'll show you also Gillian's version because that's more a broader version with more shots, but we'll do that after Bianca has started. Because of course you're here because you love nails and you want to see her. You don't want to listen to all my mumble jumble. So let's go back to Bianca.
Yeah, of course, as we told before, I have one more for you, and now it will be a bit, just a bit more advanced, but I will show you how, and then I'm sure everybody of you can do it. We will make this little branch. Can you help me, Pepe?
A branch.
Branch. Branch. That's the right word. Yes. We will do this. And of course, again, I have prepared already the background, but I will tell you what I did. I put some blush ivory at base and a bit thicker in the tip of the nail, cured it, and then I put the magic flakes, you can see them through, on the sticky layer. If it's not enough sticky layer for you, you can put a little bit of base on top over the whole surface and then put the magic flakes into this. Cure it for 30 seconds and then I go over with the blush cappuccino. So we have a little baby boom effect.
It really is beautiful. And the yellowness of the magic flake is really a nice addition to this a little bit warmer combination.
Yeah, that was the idea, and it perfectly fits to the autumn colors that we are using. I put my aqua colors on the paper palette, the black.
It looks very dry though.
Yeah, no problem. We will reactivate them, the black, the green, the purple and the yellow. Again, a bit more from the yellow, we will need it. And what you also have to prepare, you put a little dappen dish, your pump from the prep and wipe, and this
is also smart. that I've never thought of doing this.
This is enough.
Yeah.
So keep this beside you, the detailer 3, and then we can start.
Okay, and the surface is again extreme matte.
I used extreme matte. In this case, you can use only buff and don't use the extreme matte. It depends on you because we are painting with the brush and we don't want the aqua colors to run away. So we want to have control over them. Just because I prepared it before I did the extreme matte.
Okay, so it's also not now with the prep and wipe cleaning the whole surface like 6 times?
No.
Because you want it like it is?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
With your detailer, you take a bit of the prep and wipe, and then you can reactivate your colors. And because I think this is too boring, we will mix a bit. We will mix the green with the yellow, with the purple. And you see we get a bit brownish shade, and then I will take a bit more from the brown to the purple. You can play around and creating colors that you like. And don't forget that we have a yellow here that we want to make a bit more red, orange, what you prefer.
This already looks like art. And it actually looks like my hydrangeas at home. They are now turning that color.
So then we are prepared. The black one I leave beside for now because we will give only shadows with the black. I put this aside so you can see everything I'm doing now. For the first step, I take a little smaller and more pointy brush. It's the rhinestone brush. With black you cannot see it. We'll do it like this. It's a bit more pointy and thinner because I want to sketch my branch in the middle, but only sketch it. You cannot paint with this because it takes too less of the alcohol of the prep and wipe, and then it will evaporate too early, and then you will, you can paint 1 millimeter and then you have to go back, and this is not efficient.
Okay.
A little bit of the black, and only sketch where you want to have your brush. Can you see it in the camera? It's really to have an idea. Then go back to your detailer 3, and I would like to start with more yellow greenish, and then from leaf to leaf I will go over to more burgundy ones. Do you want me to keep this here so that the people can see which color?
Perhaps for 1 or 2 leaves, and then.
Okay. I dip in the alcohol in the prep and wipe and take some of the aqua colors and start doing a V on the tip of the branch. With the yellow, I think you have to take a really close look. Maybe I go a bit darker. Flat with the brush and V shape and push, pull, push, pull.
Oh, yeah,
push,
yeah, yeah.
pull,
I
push,
see.
pull.
I see.
And in the end, you take a bit of the color with you, only to give the hint of the tip of the leaf.
It's like a ghost petal.
Yes. I have not enough green in my opinion, so I will add a bit.
The little line that you see, that really marks the leaf petal. So the darker line towards the branch, that's because you do not touch it there with the tip of your brush.
Yeah.
You just keep
There
just
is-
under that.
Yeah, there is a bit space between.
Yeah, otherwise it blurs.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's also aqua colors, and then it will reactivate it there, and then it will run into each other. And
Yeah,
this
it was
is
a
what we want
question
to
of
prevent.
Gillian, and he's really on a roll this evening with questions that I think, oh yeah, that's a good question. Okay.
I do the same, a bit more in the back. I took a bit more green, and as you can see now, for me it's too less. Now I take up more green and repeat on the same place.
Just go a little bit more towards the middle. I zoomed in a little bit so that we can see.
And if you have the feeling it's too dry, do a little dip here in the dampen dish. Stroke it and dip a short dip on your nail wipe, that it's not too wet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the aqua color on your paper palette will run away, and you have less color on your brush. So repeat it, and in the end, if I should describe this shape, I would say it's like an eye. It's starting pointy, getting a bit more roundish, wider, and then ends pointy again.
And do you make all the leaves in a similar shape?
Almost. Nature is not perfect, so you
No.
don't have to be perfect in this case. But I always take a look that I have pairs now. This is single, and then we have pairs.
Okay.
And I really, really love the look when I paint over these flakes, so the petal afterwards will have a bit shiny part underneath.
Yeah.
That's really cool, in my
that's
opinion.
really, I agree.
Now I go a bit more in the orange and in the green.
The blush brush. Could you do this with Jessica's choice or the blush brush? Magda's asking.
Then you have the same problem that I told with the rhinestone brush. They take less prep and white.
Not enough prep and white
Yeah.
can be absorbed in the hair because there's not that much hair.
Yeah. And then it evaporates too early. And if you have to think, oh, where do I place it, then it's dry, even before you start painting.
Very cool.
Go on and on. Important is that you be flat with your brush. The flatter you are to the surface, the wider the hairs of the brush will go, and then you can make the whiteness, or
The width.
the width, yes, of the leaves. And if you go to the pointy part again, from pointy to white, then to pointy again, go out with your pressure, no pressure, almost no pressure, just pull the color with your brush.
Very cool. Very soft.
Yeah. Now, a bit more purple in the color, and of course, you can choose how long your branch is and how many leaves you will put there.
Yeah, Magda says it's amazing. Watercolor effect with aqua colors is just perfect. And Irma, you're asking, do we make the homework with the same colors and the background? No, that's not necessary. You can do your own interpretation, but it needs to have the techniques that Bianca shows us today. But you can make your own variations. You can make it a little bit brighter, a little bit darker. Just feel where your creative juices are flowing and follow those. And Elvira says you can also go over the petals again to make them darker.
That's what we do in the next step. I'm almost done. I will.
Oh, also nice that those ones are just a little bit different in color.
Yeah. So you have the freedom to choose with what colors you will combine it in the set.
Yeah, and I also gave you a little bit more freedom by zooming out a little bit, because we were very close. Yeah, because now you can combine it with like a red tone, a coral tone, an ochre yellow, which would be a heavy combination, perhaps a brown.
Or just a blush baby boom if you prefer.
Oh yeah, that's also an option, to be very demure.
Yeah. And if something happened like with this leaf, I think it's too big. Maybe now you have to zoom in again. Or can you see it? It's a bit bigger and it's not that nice in shape. I don't like it. I take a really little amount of acetone with my brush, dip to my nail wipe, and then I can erase what I don't want.
Oh, and you cannot do this with prep and wipe?
No, prep and wipe is only reactivating and solve it a bit.
Yeah.
But I have the feeling that then there are still little shadows sometimes.
Yeah.
And with the acetone, you can really use it like an eraser.
Evaporate those aqua designs with acetone, poof, and it's gone. Well, that's another great tip. That was, I think, number 5 this evening. I'm counting.
Yeah. And somebody was spoiling. Now we are making some shadows into these leaves. You have to take care that you really take less prep and wipe now, and little color, because we will work with pure black.
Henriette says that she already loves this design, and Seriva is laughing because of the acetone trick.
So I put the paper palette into the screen, because then you can see how less, not many, how less product I'm taking. I only, with my very tip, I'm catching up some pigments, and then I go in the beginning part.
Yeah. And now you remove the excess?
Yeah. If you feel it's a bit too much, then remove it, and then like make a little V, more smaller than before, and only to give it a hint of a shadow.
Cool.
In this case, you can also correct something if your leaves start a bit crooked or something like that.
I have the question of the evening, and of course Gemma is here, and I was waiting for you, Gemma. Where were you? Because I was waiting for the question, what would be the price of this kind of nail art in the nail studio? And she's wondering, are the prices for nails in the nail studio really different in Germany than from Holland? How does that price-wise compare?
I would say it's almost similar between the Netherlands and Germany, but I think the most common problem with nail techs is they are afraid to take money for nail art.
Yeah.
I always say to my students, you have to let them pay your time. Of course, if you do this the first time, it will take a couple of minutes more than if you are
a little
used
bit more to the middle. Yeah. Yeah, of course, I agree, because doing it also gives you the time to practice.
Yeah. And as you can see, while we are talking, I'm going on. And
Yeah.
if you are used to paint this and you have the feeling for the colors, you are really quick with this. And of course, it depends if you do it on one nail or on 5 nails per hand. Yeah.
But if I would tell you, hey, Bianca, ich bin hier, and I want 4 of these nails
Yeah.
in just a set. So I have a blush surface and a combi manicure and 4 of these nails. What would I have to pay? Magda says €100. Do you agree?
Maybe €100 is too much in some countries. I would say take the price you regularly take for your blush refill or new set, because this is one part, and the nail art I always count extra. So I can count my time I use for this for nails. So you mean 2 per hand?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I would say this will take me 10 minutes extra.
Yeah.
So it depends. It's almost nothing on material, nothing extra stuff. Yeah, €10 at least.
€10 and then €50
Extra.
for the blush refill and €15 for the combi manicure makes it €75. But in Switzerland, I know, Natasha, you can ask €100, and if it's Bianca, €200. Well, if you go to the Diva, Natasha, then you should also charge €200 per design, per nail.
If it's okay in your country, if this is the regional price, okay, you can set it up. Yeah, of course. As I told you, the most nail techs have the problem to let the customers pay their time, and you have to calculate our price.
And I saw a comment of somebody that says, well, at the moment, I would actually give my clients to be able to make nail art, and I understand your comment. Of course, you have to grow in doing that, but make them accustomed to at least attributing something. And in the very beginning of doing nails and doing nail art, this can be only €1, just so that they recognize the fact that what you're doing is an extra that you're giving them as a present. So that when you are more experienced, you know that with those clients, they are expecting also to pay a little bit, and that grows little by little in time. If somebody is not used to paying for something, it is very difficult to get them to understand why they have to pay now. So a little bit, because it's a skill, it's a talent, you're unique, and uniqueness sells.
Yeah, and most of the nail techs forget that the classes you are paying for and you are visiting and the time you practice these new techniques should also kind of be calculated in your price and should be paid.
I agree completely. So the black is now done, and it makes it a lot more contrasted.
Yes, but now I'm missing the bench a bit. It's too soft for me. That's why I go back to the rhinestone nail art brush, pick up some alcohol and mix the black with the green, because I don't want to have it really black, and go over again just to make it a bit more visible. And I even though don't need more black, because there is already black on the nail and we will reactivate it.
Yeah.
Ta-dam!
Yeah, nice.
Now it has to dry for at least 30 seconds, a minute maybe, and then we can go over.
Okay, while that is drying, of course, I always wait for those moments that I can go and take the spotlight. And I see that Sabine is also joining us. Well, we joined Sabine 1.5 weeks ago. We just saw the movie Luelle made, but Gillian also made an after movie. So let's check that out. Very nice, Gillian. There were a couple of shots in there that I thought to myself, oh, that's cool, oh, that's cool, oh, that's cool. My sound is quivering a little bit. I'll be a little bit more careful. But thank you, Gillian. He is very busy. So yesterday I asked him, Gil, when do I get my behind-the-scenes movie? And he said, well, I'm very busy. And I said, okay, but he still did it. So super thank you for that. And of course, Sabine will also send it to you and we will post it on our socials. Well, that was a little bit longer than 30 seconds, but it felt like a second. Let's go back to you, Bianca.
Yeah, and now again, you can choose how you want to have your end result. You can make it shiny or you can make it matte. But again, please, if you want to have it matte, do one layer of base and top before, cure it, and then use the extreme matte, because otherwise your complete design will be gone. I will use Supreme Finish now, and then we can see how the magic will happen. Because with glitters,
Yeah.
it's also for the clients almost always the best moment.
Yeah, this is like almost better than beep.
Beep.
Very nice.
Yep. And it's in this case I like it more shiny because it's popping up and you have you see the layers in between.
Yeah.
And then we go to cure it.
Yeah, and people are saying it was an amazing event. Gillian is just the best. Natasha says, we know. Beautiful Gillian, zegt Gerry. Evelyn says, I really appreciated that she's being mentored by Bianca, of course. And great job, my friend. Hearts. You know how long I had to practice before I understood that you make a heart like this. This is really also a skill in itself. But hearts, people love it. Are you going to do a lot more? Or is this the design?
This is the design. You can add stampings. In the preview, you saw some designs. In one of it, I hand painted. All that joined Jessica's bootcamp can do that.
But before we go there, I will take then my moment just to build the suspension, because this is like Wednesday night Hitchcock movies, but then with nails. That would be strange, though, in a motel room, killed by nails. But now I'm getting too creative. Because 2 weeks ago, we had, of course, the bootcamp of Jessica, and the theme was birds and flowers. And of course, the challenge was birds and flowers, make your own fall winter version of this design, a set of 4 like Jessica showed us this evening. And we have 3 winners, of which 2 are from Germany. So that is very, how do you say, very cool?
Very cool.
Oh, very cool. Verraschend. Oh, that sounds very nice. Well, anyhow, so let me check. I always have to check, you know this. So, of the first entrance, Jessica writes, and she's from Germany. It's so bright and so absolutely cute. What a happy hedgehog. I love to see the coherence in your design. The dandelion fluff making it all come together. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Elisabeth Hüls from Germany. Oh yeah, that's really cool. It's not Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's a hedgehog that is enjoying the dandelion and enjoying life because he's really happy. Well, congratulations, Elisabeth, with your beautiful entry and your wonderful work. Well done. The second person is also from Germany, and Jessica says, oh, look at this, amazing, and you have made so many designs. I'm proud of you. They look super cute and really have different vibes because of the color choices you made. Good job, congratulations, Evie Mook from Germany. Congratulations, and here we see the owl, the red robin, the little fantasy flower. It is really beautiful, beautiful. I love your owl, Evie. It is so cute. Congratulations, Evie. Well done. And we see you really develop your skills all these weeks. So super, well done and congratulations. The last person is from Vive la France, is from France, and I think I know her perhaps. I think I perhaps met her sometime. I'm in love. I'm quoting Jessica, huh? So I'm in love. This is so cute. I love the theme, the color choices, and the coherence in your design. The flowers on top of that cute deer, let it all come together. Congratulations from France, Virginie Quitard. Virginie, congratulations with this beautiful, 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 almost majestic Yeah, dear. It's like Bambi meets Midsommar meets Virginie. Congratulations, well done for all three of you, but everybody that did their homework. You're all winners, and your skills are developing and improving, and that is really why we do this. But the three winners of this evening receive this prize: color concentrates, red, yellow, blue, black, and 3 gel polishes coming your way. So we'll send it out either tomorrow or the day after. Enjoy your prize, enjoy these wonderful products. Thank you for competing or participating. And you are all winners, of course. But all three of you really did outstanding work. So, from Jessica to all of you, and we'll go back to Bianca.
Yeah, I already have the entry slot in my hand, and I will show you this. Here we have it.
Very cool.
It's a more brownish baby boom, and as you see before, you can, of course, you can choose. You can make it with a bit more nudish baby boom, or even only with this is blush ivory. You can choose if you want to pop out the color even more bright, or now I would prefer this one. It's a bit more, I don't know the English word.
A little bit vintage.
Yes, yes.
So I'm going closer. I think I love the leaves on the left one because they disappear. They disappear into nothingness, into a foggy morning when you open the windows of your bedroom and you look at your garden and you see the flowers and it's like misty and wavy, and I get all emotional. We have to do a screenshot and you have to join me.
Okay.
So let's prepare 3, 2, 1. Screenshot. Great, wonderful, beautiful, beautiful, Bianca. And so easy to incorporate in a busy salon, because you can really do this in the time you reserve for the treatment. 4 nails in 10 minutes. 10 seconds is very fast. In 10 minutes, I mean, this is really a great add-on. So, thank you. It was an amazing, fun night.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to be here and to teach you this, and I hope that everybody of you is now reactivating their aqua colors and that you try these designs.
That's a nice little bridge. Reactivating your aqua. You see that she's very experienced, eh? I don't need to add anything. The only thing that I need to add is your homework. The homework this week is create 2 sets of 4 to 5 tips each. So a whole set that you can be done on color pops, on a model, on your own hand, with at least 2 tips per set, inspired by the design shown by Bianca this evening. So, 2 sets, 5 nails, 2 designs per set. Do this, you'll have 2 weeks to do this until the 6th of November. Upload using the link that you can find in the album called Autumn Designs. You will get feedback, show us your step-by-step photos and the end result photo. And if you do all of that, you will receive your e-certificate and also this prize created by Bianca. So that's a gold foil kit, the stamping plate, lots of leaves, the flat white blush, 5 of the 7 aqua colors, and the detailer number 3. So that is really a beautiful prize for a beautiful entry done by you. I want to give you, Bianca, the final word. We are very early this evening. It's only 5 minutes past 9, but that's because we have to go back to our trainers and lock everything and see what they've made. So I'll go to you, Bianca, for your final words. Thank you. I really appreciated that you were here. When will you come back?
We have to talk about that when I will come back. But I want to say thank you to the viewers. And I really enjoyed this evening. I enjoyed to show you my designs. And I'm really, really looking forward to see all of your designs, what you make out of that, and how you give it your own signature. That's what I'm curious about. And I wish you a good evening. And I'm happy to see you again in the next Nail Talk Live.
Yes, and I will also thank you and wish you a great evening. If you want to have any information about becoming a magnetic distributor, knowing more about magnetic products, becoming a trainer, if you want to get in contact with Bianca, but you think, oh, she's such a superstar, I'm a little bit afraid, contact me and I'll help you. Do this by using and sending an email to info@magneticnaildesign.com, or send me a private message on Facebook. Don't use Insta because I don't understand Insta. I understand Facebook, so contact me and I will help you further. Well, I want to thank the audience this evening, because we had a live audience, live translating for our German colleagues behind the scenes with Gillian. Of course, Bianca, thank you for being here. Gillian, thank you for making all of this possible and for the movie of our event in France. I really appreciate this. And thank you for watching this evening, joining us. So, sending you all of our loves, big hugs from the middle of the Netherlands. And, of course, traditionally, see you soon. See you at Nail Talk Live.